still too hot. It's about 5 o'clock. I'm just gonna touch up on my makeup because I feel like I know no one cares, but it's like I care, so then it should matter because I matter. But I know I have lash extensions on, but you can't even see them from across the room. So we're just going to accentuate them with some like subtle falsies. I'm gonna use, let's see if I can. So they're like the faux mink demi wispies, whatever, from Ardell. And I know Ardell gets a lot of hate because she's rather on the fiscally conservative side. But honestly, the haters just, they can't afford lash extensions, that's why. Which is why I'm using them. This will be the first time back in the office. For the first time in like over a year, I stopped going to the office after the week of St. Patrick's Day or whenever that happened. And it was rather really swift because I just knew at that point in time that COVID was becoming a thing. This whole Panda Express is becoming a thing. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe one day my company's gonna pull the trigger and say, we're gonna work remotely for, I don't know, until something miraculous happens. And then fast forward a year and a half and we finally got to where we thought we would be by like last year around Easter time. I even called ahead. Well, I emailed ahead to one of the building managers asking if I had to do anything on my part to reactivate any badges that may have gone bad in the past year. I have not been using it or been going into the office, and luckily the people at the building were kind enough to show their mercy on us and said that we didn't have to do anything, which was great because that would honestly just be so much work on their part, and we're not trying to work harder, we're trying to work smarter. I'm using the Cursed Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I've been seeing a lot of like 2016 makeup slander, and I'm not here for it. Like, here I am, a millennial, doing my makeup, still with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. But the thing is, ladies, these people that like to wear makeup, is that I'm not slathering it on thick. So we're not getting those box eyebrows. I know we're getting that effect right now, but it's because that's just how I like my eyebrows. And after I carve out my eyebrows, I like to carve it out with like some foundation. I know a lot of people do this with concealer, but I don't have enough money or time to experiment with too many things, so I'm using this Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation, which works just as fine. I'm just going in with like a Sigma brush. That did nothing. And I kind of just want to kind of highlight my brow bone, but also like carve out the kind of shape. I say shape, but it's just like the direction that my brows are going, which is like this arched brow kind of look. I think it's turning out okay. It's kind of shicey looking on this side, but you know, we're just gonna blend it out with our finger. And I don't want to get too crazy. I'm gonna go over this with powder anyways, but this is just to fix whatever I messed up and to create that contrast between my skin tone and the foundation, just so the brow shape is a little bit more convincing. I'm filming on my phone, which I'm not sure how obvious it is, but I am. And it's interesting because I actually got a camera for my birthday, like a pretty nice camera. And the thing is that I didn't bring it. I'm not filming it with me right now because I left it at Chris's house, and I know it's not good to leave your cameras in people's houses, but I was in a rush, and I like whenever I'm in a rush, I forget things, and that's why I always give myself a million years to do like simple things. It's just because I know when I'm rushed, I'm going to forget things. Here's the whatever brow powder, which it doesn't really do too much. Like, honestly, I was using brown eyeshadow until I got like a designated brow powder, but honestly, they're really charging you $20 for a brown shade. But just find a really good pigmented eyeshadow company and it'll work just as fine. 20-year-old me really just wanted to go balls to the walls with this stuff and just be a complete set. It looks like I didn't do anything, but I feel better about it, so that's what matters. Okay, now we're going to start on the brows. I mean, eyelashes. Unpacking this already super sticky, like there's still a decent amount, so you know I haven't used it that much. I don't know what to talk about anymore. So I'm going to Texas in September for Labor Day weekend, and I found pretty decent priced tickets considering it's a holiday weekend. Like, I got the tickets for about $150 some each, which is kind of nutty because it's Labor Day weekend. I thought they'd be around like $200 each way, but the air gods decided to bless me to go see my friends. They're like, you haven't seen your friends in like, I don't know, 3 years. I went to my friend's wedding in 2018 and I haven't been back since. And I know I keep going back there and that my friends should come to me, but I'm like so impulsive and spontaneous that I just didn't take anything into consideration. And so I'm going to Houston. That's where I used to live. That's where my friends live. And I say friends, like I have a lot of friends. I have like one friend and then maybe like another friend that's flying in from another area. But I'm not, like, my best friend is in Austin. And I told her, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in Houston. I know that's kind of a drive for you. Do you want to come over? And she was like really interested in a day trip, so I think this is going to work out. The thing is that I really like Houston to live in. I can't say I know what to do, like, to just do like as a tourist, because it's not a very touristy kind of place. It's just a nice place to live and, you know, exist. I know there's like the Houston Galleria and there's a mall. And by the way, did I say that I'm going over like Labor Day weekend? And I don't know if you've ever been to Tejas in the early fall, late summer, but it is so hot until you hit around, I don't know, Thanksgiving. It's like, I remember going for my friend's wedding around Labor Day weekend, and it was so hot and humid. Like, I think DC is hot and humid, but then I go to Houston, and then I get, like, reminded that there are bigger fish in the sea. By fish, I mean humidity levels. So, hopefully I get to see them. And I honestly don't know what I want to do, except I got reminded one day. I'm like, you know what? I had a great time at that Chinese restaurant. I really want to go to a Chinese restaurant, like a good Chinese restaurant where they sell or they feed you family style. My lashes. Yeah. I saw a TikTok where I've seen a couple TikToks. It's like another Asian woman. She's like, Asian girls, you are still hot without your eyelashes. And then I saw another one. I was like, you're still hot without your eyeliner. And boy, I wish I knew that. Like, I needed that message since like 2015 through like last year, because it was only until like last year that I was really getting into the lashes part, because I always used my small Asian slitted eyelids as an excuse for my excessive use of eyeliner. But that's because I'm like, oh, my eyes are so small, I need to make them look big. Then I like look back at pictures, like I thought it was a very subtle look, but it's such a heavy eyeliner. I don't know who she is, and now that I discovered lashes that they just like make my eyes pop, as you see here, I don't know who she is, and I don't know who told her that was a good idea. I think it's really interesting because I got, not like that I got complimented every day, but I got kind of complimented on a regular basis on my makeup. But I also feel like nowadays people are just being nice. But I got complimented on my eyeliner a lot and my brows. For some, like, and then you look back at pictures from high school and my eyebrows are sticks. They're like the 90s, well, they're not as bad as the 90s pencil brows, but it's just like, they are not what they look like right now, except maybe a bit more stickly. The makeup's done. This is probably what I do if I were to be in uniform, and this is just what I'm gonna wear to work. I would like beat my face to go to work because I just like doing makeup. But also, I don't know what was wrong with me, and I'm gonna wear a mask just in case, or just bring one just in case, because you don't know what people have gone through or what they haven't received. So I changed my outfit because my dress looked too much like a party dress, and this at least looks a little bit more boring. And it's also going to be about, I don't know, 95 degrees today in DC. So I'm trying to like dress conservatively, but also dress for the weather. Like, I did not want to schlep around a blazer, because I know I left a nice knitted sweater on my desk chair. But yeah, and it's going to be so hot today, and I can't do anything about it because I'm not God. I'm really just trying to keep my packing to my little laptop bag. So I'm going to bring my little planner agenda just so I have some kind of sanity. Oh, need to grab my old CAC so I can get a new CAC. That's the whole reason I'm like up this early, is so I can get a CAC. Got my little wallet of goodies. You know, I'm thinking about this. So I'm gonna bring my wallet because I can't go, you know, without it. So I think I'm gonna pack a separate bag for like my big headphones and my pencil case that I just bring to work all the time, because I'm a needy person. I like have specifics that I want at my desk, and you know, it's just gonna run smoothly if I do that. Food check. So I always give Zach wet food just because I'm a nice owner, kitty lover, and you know, the dry food and the water, but he always like cries when I'm like about to give him the wet food, like he really wants it, but then he just flicks off the gravy. I don't know if you can tell. And then he just like eats his dry food. So I normally would wear my Birkenstocks, but since I'm gonna go to the Navy Yard, I'm gonna have to wear these boring Anne Klein flats, which are fine because I don't know if you can tell, but they say sport, which means I can run miles in these, which is probably what I'm going to do, which is why I'm wearing my Apple Watch, because I'm going to be walking some today.